Hello, everyone. Hmm. It is true. You see, this thing I want to tell you guys now, it's true. Pastors are not doing anything. Pastors are jobless. Pastors are not doing anything at all. Yes, I agree with you. Are you guys really serious? Are you serious? Like somebody just wakes up and open their mouth because we hear all of these things on social media. You hear people say, "Oh, pastors should go and get a job." Am I saying that pastors shouldn't get jobs? No, pastors can have businesses and they can have jobs. But who says that pastors are not doing something? Huh? Do you know what it means for a man of God to trust God on behalf of a member? Now, I'm talking as a pastor's wife, so I'm talking with a lot of experience. Looking at the case of my husband, do you know what it means for my husband to be awake the whole night because someone is calling him and say, "Oh, man of God, my wife is in labor. My wife has not been able to push. She has been in labor for the past 2 days. That pastor." And pastor cannot sleep the whole night because he needs to also be in labor with them. Do you know what it means for someone to be sick, someone who is so committed in church? Do you know what it means for a member who is committed in church to be childless? Do you know what it means for a member who is so committed in church to be jobless? Do you know what it means for a member who is so committed to be having a lot of disappointment? You think the pastor is resting? It is emotionally draining. It is financially draining. It is spiritually draining. It is physically draining. It is mentally draining. I tell you guys, you have no idea about what genuine pastors go through. The truth is, all of those things we hear on social media, a lot of times it's just paparazzi and talk is cheap. You see, most of the people who sell those things on social media, I can tell you they have pastors they call. I am telling you, there are people that when they call my husband something, I'm like, I thought this person doesn't want to hear anything about pastors. I thought this person doesn't even believe in God. But when John go mature, these people they call pastors. They know when they are in trouble, they start looking for pastors' number to call. Am I saying it's not good to call your pastor when you have problems? Why not? That's why they are there. But that ideology or the theory or the slogan about pastors being jobless, for me, as a pastor's wife, I used to think so before I got married to my husband. But now it's all changed because I see how my husband is so involved. You know, when you have a real pastor who cares about his members, that is when you will know that pastors are actually very, very busy. They want to know whether their members are okay. They want to know if everything is going on with them. They're always praying for them. They're always on the mount. It's in fact, pastors forget about themselves, literally. If a man of God is not careful, he will even forget about his family. Caring about those who don't even care about them, because a lot of these people who call most of the time, they don't even care. But yet, pastors are always on their matter, checking up on them, looking after them spiritually, making sure that these sheep are not going astray. You guys have no idea. Do you know how draining it can be for you to be awake, preparing for a message that is going to bless members, and then one person that cannot even take prayer for 5 minutes will not say, "Oh, pastors are not doing anything. Pastors are jobless." And meanwhile, you go to pay for seminars. You know how many hours it takes pastors to put a message together that you hear, and you'll be like, I don't hear them before. Hello, guys. Pastors are very busy. We should appreciate our pastors more. For a lot of you that are watching me now, you have been called. You know you have a call. You know you're supposed to be serving God, but you're not doing all of that. Why? Because you know it is difficult to serve God. You know, and yet you people will not let pastors rest. I bet me everybody rest. Pastors are doing a whole lot. To all the great men of God out there, to all the pastors, to our husbands, I say salute to you. On behalf of the pastor's wife, we give unto Una. Our men of God, Una, they try. We twirl for Una too much. May God continue to bless all the pastors, all the genuine pastors out there. May God continue to bless all of you and strengthen you. Thank you so much. Shalom.